Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the
I Don't Like That podcast.
She's mean. She's green.
No.
She's mean. She's our very own Lemonina. Ty Valkyrie.
AI TV shows that we can't stop watching. Blue Burrito.
That's me.
Bobby Blueberry, everyone.
Everybody, the drama's heating up on those fruit AIs.
Yeah. Stravolina.
Oh my gosh.
Has been up to no good.
Yeah, well, apparently people are getting in trouble for these now.
Oh, they're getting worse.
They're getting worse. Well, once I sent you that death one, the algorithm really picked up on
Oh,
this.
I said I can't open. Now people are reenacting them with like cutouts of fruit over their faces. It's actually really funny.
Well, the strawberry blended one, now it's marshmallows getting roasted.
It's growing.
Ice cubes that are pregnant.
There was one Stravolina that threw her baby off the cruise ship. It was bad. It was bad. I was like, what are we doing, guys?
Who's this for?
Anyways.
You found your audience.
We can't stop. How was your week?
I think it was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's
a lot to unpack here.
Really, the big thing is a huge part of our thing is the big game.
Well,
that's a big part of the week.
Yes. Well, I mean, during the week, I also did all my voice lessons and worked on the music stuff because, guys, soon I'm going to be able to talk about it. But there is a release. There is a new release.
And it'll be a treat for all of us.
Oh my God, it's coming up. I'll have more details on that as well as some new live performances.
Some new things.
Yeah, we hope.
Just in Korea. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I'm very, very excited. And also this week, though, is a big week.
It's a big week. We have a big week ahead of us.
Because we are going to
WrestleCon.
WrestleCon.
Is it called WrestleCon?
It is. I can't believe you said it properly. Yes.
Got it.
Bobby's first giant, grandiose Las Vegas wrestling extravaganza weekend with me and Johnny TV. We will be at WrestleCon on Friday and Saturday. So definitely come and say hi to us. We'll be there all day. If you see us walking around, come say hi, get a picture.
Come get a picture. But if you see us at the Wizard of Oz machine,
leave us alone.
Give us a $20 bill or leave us alone. You can cheer us on.
You can cheer us on. We'll have to trick the machine and dance around it. So.
We dance around. All we want to do is go to Munchkin Land or the Emerald City.
The Bubbles.
We want the Bubbles to come. We do it for the show.
We do it for the show. And we will be there all weekend having a great time. And specifically on Friday night, we are going to be part of DivaMania.
This is so exciting.
It's so exciting. Guys, we're going to be hosting a
Diva off?
Diss the Diva competition.
Diss the Diva competition. This is all happening right after the finale of RuPaul Season 18 finale.
Yes.
Yep.
Of Drag Race. So it's starting at 9:30 at Gypsy Nightclub in Las Vegas. So
please. Finale of RuPaul Season 18 finale.
You said a lot. You said a lot of words.
You know what? We're doing a RuPaul gonna be on, and then we're gonna be on.
And then we're gonna be on, and there's gonna be so many incredible guests. So please come and say hi to us. Come hang out. Diss the Diva. It's definitely a reading challenge because reading is what? Fundamental.
And I've got a couple disses for you up my sleeve.
Oh, do you? I'm scared. Blue Burrito.
Dig deep.
Oh my God.
Please.
All right, well then that takes us right into Sports Corner.
Yeah, let's go
Because we need to talk about what happened to us. Is your life changed after your first NHL game?
I have been changed for good. Like we promised, I went to the LA Kings game. You took me to my first hockey game.
Yes.
And I took some notes. I had a good time.
We had a delightful time. And so both of our husbands couldn't make it.
Yes, at last minute changes. Last minute wrench in the plan.
So Bobo and Pete came with us. And honestly, I was so excited that they got to come because Canadians, they appreciate it.
Yep, we were great seats.
Amazing seats.
I couldn't believe it. It was also like, I remember talking last week on the pod, I talked about going to a baseball game and seeing the green of the field when you walk out. It's kind of, I called it eye porn. It's like your eyes are stimulated because you don't see anything like that. And that's what happened as soon as you walk through those curtains and there's the ice. And it was just like kind of the
cold
visual smacks you in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, am I going to be cold? But you warm up real quick.
Because we were excited.
I was excited. Mm-hmm. So I took some...
what were your
I took some notes.
Observations?
Well, first, because we were a little late. And you go...
A tiny bit.
Barely. Well, we can't be early. That's insane. But we had there's some people in our seats.
Oh, yes.
Because they're good seats.
Yeah, there were people in our seats. And I warned you. I said, because we're coming a little bit late. And we really weren't that late. We were like 2-3 minutes late. There were people that were trying to sit in our seats. Yep. And I told you that was going to happen.
They didn't put up a fight, though.
No, they did move.
They moved.
And then a friend of theirs came over and asked to see our tickets, thinking that we were in the wrong seats. And I'm like, lady, no,
I don't think she knew them. I think she tried to take our seats. And we said, see, that was the difference.
There's a lot going on.
We went and sat down, and the people in our seats didn't put up a fight because they knew it wasn't their seats. Mm-hmm. Then someone comes over and to us and goes, you're in the wrong seats, and we put up a fight.
And we said, no, we are not.
Because we are in our correct seats. We don't sit in the wrong seats, y'all.
No.
So that was the first thing I wrote. Last week, you asked me what I'd be eating, and I said I was going to look around and evaluate the situation.
Yeah, because you want to be part of the culture.
Well, in my notes, I said no one was eating. So I didn't eat.
We didn't eat.
I was scared.
You were scared? We did have a couple...
We ate before.
White Claws.
We had White Claws, and I got I'm tipsy because I never have White Claws. And those are huge.
Yeah, they're the giant ones.
They're the big ones.
Yeah, they're like the double size.
I think we had 1.5. Mm-hmm. And we're like, I was like, I cannot drink any more of this. There's
a lot of bubbles.
It's a lot of bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorite notes that I wrote was everybody is yelling like, go, Kings, go. Go, Kings, go. But I heard and was saying something different until I realized. I thought everyone was yelling about consent and saying, no means no.
And so I said,
no means no.
Bobby.
I was like, oh, look at us. Like, it's all about consent. And I like that. But they did not like me saying that. So I was like, oh, go Kings, go. I got it.
Well, you had to blend in a little bit.
It was very violent, the game.
I thought that it was not violent. I thought that it was missing. There were no real fights.
Well, I learned that you can, if somebody has the puck, you can chuck them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
maybe I'm just like used to.
In the video, I go, I realize what they're doing here. They're trying to get the puck into the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kept going, the pads are really big.
The pads, the goalie's pads in hockey are too big. They're insanely large.
That's part of how they defend.
But it's like the games
are like defense.
It's too much. I'm sorry. The pads are too big. No wonder the score was 2. Just 2. I go, there'd be more scoring if the pads weren't so big.
Yeah, but then it's not the same. It's not like basketball where
scoring's the best part.
The fights are the best part, and there's no real like fist fights.
We didn't have any real fist fights.
No.
We saw some people go into penalty boxes.
Yeah, and the penalty box was right where we were.
We were right by the penalty box. And number 8 gave Taya a look, and she smiled back nicely. But then we realized it was all for me.
Yeah, he was looking at you.
Yeah, I wrote, was all for Bobby.
It was all for Bobby. It was Boy Aquarium.
We also have Tiffany Haddish was at the game.
She was at the game. She was cheering and screaming and dancing around, having a great time.
Yep, we couldn't hear her. She might have been on the phone.
She was like across the rink from us.
She was across. She was like facing us. But she also could have been on a Bluetooth. We don't know.
Yeah.
She might have been yelling at something else.
Who knows?
Like, where's my script? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what did I say? We are only in the second period. And you go, period. And I go, period. I don't know why I wrote that.
Because apparently it stuck with you.
It did. And then also...
Period.
You had trying to get your bag in. We were a little worried because it wasn't a clear bag.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It was small.
So there's like all these rules. Everyone knows this about like different arenas. Like when we went to Gaga in Miami, like you're supposed to have clear bags. Even when we went to Beyonce, Kevin Carter tour.
Clear bags.
And so I looked up the rules and like you can have a bag that's not clear, but it had to be within a certain size. So I was literally like in my closet going like, what's my smallest bag? So I brought like this little Prada black bag that I held like a clutch because it was that tiny.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if they ask me what's in it, there was literally tampons in it.
She put tampons in so that she could be like, the tampons in there.
And guess what? He asked me what was in the bag, and I said, those are my tampons. And he said, oh.
Go. He said,
go right ahead.
Oh, he said, he fumbled, and all the tampons fell out.
It worked.
It worked. We got that little tiny bag.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the smallest bag ever, but
we really thought we
were
like
a little bit
James Bond over here getting this bag in.
But it, like the proportions they give you are like the size of a cell phone, like tiny.
It was tiny. I looked it up. I was like, okay, well, just
like 1 inch max width. Like it was.
They wouldn't even let in a Mac Airbook in there because the dimensions were so small.
Big.
So.
We got it in though. Thank you to the tampons.
Thank you, tampons. Thank you, ladies.
But
All
yeah,
ladies.
I had so much fun.
But all in all, it was so much fun, and we cheered and laughed and
Bobo
cried.
and Pete bought merch.
And we saw a Zamboni.
You
or
saw
two.
Zamboni or two.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, we got the video.
And all of our friends and all the laughing and the drinks. But really, it was the Zamboni.
Bobby was a little too excited on the Zamboni. I think he wanted to ride the Zamboni. You know, they usually they should pick a charity to have their kid be on the Zamboni and wave at the crowd. I feel like you wanted to be.
They should pick one either person every single game
Whose
to get
game?
on the king of the Zamboni or the queen. Well, the LA Kings of the Zamboni.
Yeah, and it was your first game.
I'd have been perfect.
You would have been perfect.
Or if they had
Everyone,
two
this is Bobby
Zambonis.
Blueberry and his first NHL game, and everyone cheers and Bobby's waving.
And I'm I wave not like that. Yeah,
Miss
princess.
America,
Yeah.
princess.
Fingers
That's you.
crossed. Yep. Yes.
Well, I'm glad that I got to take you on your first hockey game.
It was fun. It was so much fun. Would I do it again?
Yeah.
That was not me. If you're listening. Yes, I would do it again. That was me.
Sports.
Because I love
Sport.
pads. Speaking of pads.
And tampons.
Tampons and pads.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Is that
that.
the name of this episode?
Might be.
No.
All right, guys. So this past weekend.
This is the name of the episode here. Mm-hmm. You guys, we're in between weekends.
Yeah.
It
was CoacHELla.
CoacHELLa.
If you didn't know, where have you been? Since every single goddamn person seemed to want to post something about it. We didn't.
No,
we are gonna do it now though, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit because
Well, you've never been to CoacHELLa.
I have never been to CoacHELLa.
I've been to 4, I think. But they also vary because my first one was in 2009. And you could buy single days back then.
Yeah.
And now, it's a weekend whole thing.
Yeah.
And how would you fare in a Coachella setting? I don't know. Now it's gotten super bougie. Back then it was a little more rough and tumble.
Well, now it's...
And also it's such a, the tickets are already, $500-$600.
minimum.
Y'all, it's
Minimum.
so expensive to go nowadays. So let's
let's
get into
it.
CoachHELLa.
CoachHELLa. So yeah, the first night, obviously, we saw Cat's Eye, Sabrina Carpenter. I thought Sabrina Carpenter did an amazing job with her house tour set. The sets were as iconic and as kitschy and cutesy as you would expect Sabrina Carpenter's
Did you
to
see
be.
the video of her from she was there a couple years ago, and she goes, "I'll see you next time.
Yep.
I'm headlining."
Headlining
And
in there.
that's
She did it, guys.
James personified.
I did enjoy the men dressed as dogs during Man's Best Friend.
I don't like that.
I thought it was funny. It reminded me, I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you remember, but we went to the Lisa Vanderpump dog event last year, and there were guys dressed up in dog costumes.
But there was that one.
That's what they kind of looked like.
You either need to go all the way, or
Except for she had like Dalmatian-y type guys, like that one that we
it needs
saw.
to be dog ears with a
And-
painted nose, or you go full furry. In between is where things
This
get.
was in between, and they had poodles, like pink poodles. The Pink Poodle Club.
Poodle Club. Damn it. I knew we were both going there.
And guest appearances by Susan Sarandon and Will Ferrell.
Well, I mean, why not?
And I don't know how Will Ferrell got from Coachella and then it looked as if 30 minutes later he was at a Kings game in LA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, helicopters.
Helicopters.
I have a question for you. Who would you have if you could pick 2 guests for your Coachella set? Mm-hmm. Who would you choose?
I would choose Lady Gaga
Yep.
and Bobby Blueberry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
No, I would pick Beyonce.
Okay.
And probably the incredible artist Taya Falcon.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It would be an honor.
Oh my gosh.
Just wait till you hear the new music,
They
guys.
call it Beytai-chella.
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 Make it happen.
We also need to talk about that real quick. You guys, the artist, part of the artist name, and Chella, it's Beychella and Gaga-chella. And those, not everybody can get just Bieber-chella. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Karol-chella.
Karol-chella. No, you guys, we got to stop putting chella on the name, on the end of things. It's you have to earn that. And even Beeb-chella, or whatever we want to call that. We'll talk about it, but he didn't do enough to get chella out of the end.
So yeah, we're coming now on to day 2 because we're going to talk about who's performing every night first. Yeah, guys. So second night was headlined by Justin Bieber, Canadian icon, music icon. And the internet is very divided about his performance. A lot of people are arguing because he sold his entire, library of music, catalog that he couldn't perform it, which is why he did the YouTube thing and he sang with his younger self. But there was literally, to me, there was zero production, zero costumes. People that are like super Bieber believers, whatever you call it, were like crying and loved it. And then other people are like lazy.
I talked to my sister today, Caroline. She's our Gen Z correspondent. Okay. She's actually the youngest millennial you can be. Yeah. But she grew up, I was a believer. Yeah. And she loved it. But I feel like I personally will not be gaslit.
Here's the thing too, is, and I 100% agree with this, that if a woman had gone up there and done what he did, that she would absolutely be getting torn apart, and people would just be like, why is she even there doing that? So I understand like the aspect of like, he does nothing to prove, I guess. And he's showing like how absolutely timeless and iconic his music is to people like us, the millennials, I guess. I don't know. Your face says differently. I'm having a hard time. But like he is, he is an absolute star, right? Sure. But like I still think that like there's a part of him that like should do the dancing, should do the whole show. Like that's why people are there to people are at Coachella to see. Those stages are huge. They have unlimited budgets. Like you're making millions of dollars. I think he got paid something that I read online, $10 million. $10 million dollars to do that show. And I'm like, I just wanted more.
That's how I feel. I feel like I wanted more. And him scrolling, I just to me, I needed more.
It kind of came across as uninterested.
Yeah, I feel like he was uninterested. And of course, people online, will always be divided in every way. But people calling it absolutely genius. The best Coachella performance of all time.
Everyone needs to relax. Let's all take a breather here.
Because you cannot argue Beyonce and Lady Gaga's Coachella sets. They really were the top
what Sabrina did the night before, and I mean what Karol G did
the day after. That looked like so magic. Much fun. Especially, I would say, which I love Sabrina's, but Karol G's made me want to go on stage and like dance, be a part of it
party.
And dance. Yeah. And that felt like the most Coachella vibe. Or I'm not saying Sabrina's wasn't. It was a great production value, but Karol G's felt like festival.
Dancing
in the desert, and that's what you're going for.
Yeah, so she's the first Latina to headline the festival ever. She had special guest Becky G came out to perform Mommy. We also saw Mariah Angelique Wilson and Greg Gonzalez from Cigarettes After Sex. There was also the all-woman mariachi band, Mariachi Reinas de Los Angeles, that were up there with her. Magic, color, passion, history, and culture, all of it. Everything. Chills. Yeah, I just got full body chills. It looked amazing. I mean, she played some Daddy Yankee in there. It was a party.
And that's also a party. It's a great way to end Sunday night. Yeah. Because I think there's two kind of versions you could do for Sunday night. I'm very picky about how you end. Because I think, maybe we'll talk about my first Coachella was Paul McCartney. And you want to talk about Coachella, like there was nothing, like we went and watched a show, but then we were like, let's go walk around and get something to drink. And to be walking around the desert ground in the desert and hearing Paul McCartney doing Hey Jude, I go, this is Coachella. Hearing these iconic Beatles songs being sung by Paul McCartney
in the middle of the desert.
And I was like, this is like, I was like, I was not on drugs, but I felt like I was.
That was cool. It's and like a magical experience.
A great Coachella set is that, like, of course, there's people doing things, having a good time, but a great set is where everybody's together, and even if you're not doing drugs, you feel like you are because of the high of the dancing and the energy.
It's the energy of this in this space, and I feel like being in the desert and those kinds of situations. I mean,
we did smoke some weed, and that was also really cool to like go. We went and hit a joint. And we're listening to
the Beatles.
The Beatles. I was like, this is so cool. Like, he played Eleanor Rigby, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been to Coachella.
You haven't.
No, and you know what? I don't know if I'll go. We'll see. Maybe my opinions will change, but I also do really enjoy being in Los Angeles when everyone goes to Coachella because
it's nice.
It's nice. Nobody
really
is here.
nice.
There's no lineups to go anywhere. The restaurants are nice and empty. You get service right away. It's very locals vibe.
It's locals vibe.
Yeah.
And just all the hubbub and hobnobbery of what is now around Coachella. It's no longer. In 2009, it was so easy to get a hotel room. We went last minute. And we, getting in and out of the festival was not what it is today.
Yeah. And that takes us right into the other part of Coachella, which, I mean, we all saw across social media for this entirety. I feel like it's been like a month of people talking about it non-stop. This is the Influencer Olympics, honestly.
It has become the Influencer Olympics. And whoever came up with that term, you nailed it. Because now it is not what it was when I went. And I'm not trying to sound like an old timer, but I also went in 2014. I went in 2019. These are the ones I remember. There's another one, but I don't really. In 2019, Ariana Grande was a headliner.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, and one of my favorite things, and this is also what Coachella is all about. It's 2019. I'm with my sister, my husband, and her friend, and we're just walking around the grounds. And if it's 4:15 in the afternoon, I go, "Oh, you guys, Lizzo, who has not blown up yet." I go, "I have a coworker. I was working on a project. Was listening to Lizzo and was suggesting, I go, let's go into this tent." So we go into Lizzo's tent. And it was a party. It was so much fun. And of course, my sister, we're talking about today, the body positivity, the dancers, and the energy. And the tent was full. And I'm telling you, a month later, Lizzo skyrocketed.
Yeah, like I feel like there were some people that I saw that were performing that I had never really even heard of that now I've like look them up on Spotify because you are going there to discover new musical talent and new people and new vibes and new things. And that's what makes it cool. But I just feel like a lot of that is lost. Like, it stopped necessarily feeling like it's about the music and it started feeling more just like a promotional event. And we're going to get to that. I mean, this Coachella had a lot of issues for a lot of people. There were ticket scams.
Oh my gosh.
People going to pick up their wristbands. The wristbands weren't there. They were getting fake emails.
People getting the tickets from like a Coachella sponsored site. And the deal was that people would get these tickets and then maybe they're resold, but it was through Coachella site. And then the people who resold them would report the tickets stolen after day one. It was a scam that happened to a lot of people.
Wow.
So people went on day one, got in just fine, get dressed up, make it from your
all
hotel
this money
to get to the thing, which is not easy to get from your hotel to the concert. Walk all that way you have to walk. So much fucking walking. And then get up there to scan your wristband on day two and it's not working. And the grounds people are giving you shit when it's your own website.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, they got to figure that out. And there was ticket issues. There was Airbnb issues. The Airbnb stuff, what an absolute nightmare because people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars and also reserving these Airbnbs far, far in advance, right? And people were canceling their Airbnb reservations. Like the hosts were canceling their Airbnb reservations days before they were supposed to get there. People from out of state, people from out of the country. Because they were just putting them back on Airbnb at a higher price.
3 times
Unbelievable.
People would get it for $10,000 and you're splitting that with your 10 friends. You're all paying $1,000
for the weekend.
That can be done. But then they cancel your Airbnb and then all of a sudden it's $30,000.
Yeah.
And you're already spending so much money to be there, get there, eat, drink.
Yeah. And it reminded me of Miami. We had a similar issue in Miami with Airbnb canceling our reservation, a couple weeks before we went to Miami for Lady Gaga this past August. So thank God I was able to pivot and figure it out. But that is horrible.
Airbnb is also losing their kind of what they used to be. It was cheaper than hotels.
Yeah, it's not.
Now it's not cheaper and the cleaning fees.
Astronomical. It doubles the fee. Doubles the price, I should say.
This also just reminded me. I forgot that first Coachella I went to. It was, I think Ghostly Observatory was playing. It was Paul McCartney Day. And they didn't have wristbands. It was a ticket. It was a hard ticket. And the ticket we bought for Sunday was bogus for me. So David and our friend Care got in and they're like, your ticket is bogus. And I'm like, there's only one way. There's only one way around this.
Yeah.
So I'm acting. I'm going, okay, you know what? You guys go, and I'll go back. And I was like kind of doing this thing. And the guy stops paying attention to me, the ticket taker. And then I just beelined into the concert. Beelined in. And I
Got in.
I got in, and you could have easily just lost your paper ticket. So it's not like they can have the wristbands where they check you all day long if they need to.
Yeah, because there's like some people I saw had like multiple wristbands for different areas of the festival too, which I think is strange.
Outfits are ugly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cute if they're like, I know we were talking about Kim Kardashian's pool line, but if the wristbands were like tan or they like kind of matched, deserty, but they're like wiggity wow.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, along with like the price of just getting there, the price of the ticket, the Airbnb, everything else, like the price of the food was insane. Absolutely insane.
$24 churro.
Yeah.
Baby, that's bread and cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah. Okay. In a deep fryer, drink prices. I mean, it's become less about the music, like I said, and more about the influencer culture.
Yeah, we have to talk about this.
Because the gifting suites and the setups like 818 Tequila or Rode, Hailey Bieber's
Revolve had a whole thing
line
where influencers would come in, and I think just like, I don't know if they had to pay for it or it was just a grab bag. Anything you could fit in your bag was
I think
free.
you were literally brought in by Revolve. You could go to the Revolve suite and get that stuff, which is usually how those kind of influencer brands kind of work with people.
It just feels like we've lost the plot.
Yeah.
They've lost the plot, and of course, everybody on Instagram, it just kind of sucks to me that these people have to go do this thing that's supposed to be really freeing. It's all about going to the desert and forgetting about your troubles. And these guys have to go and work. They have to produce 100 videos or whatever they have to do.
Like so many videos. I saw one influencer talking about it, like 1,000 videos or pictures, like media in general. And I was just like, how? Also, that sounds horrible.
Also, influencers getting presented by brands or whatever, being invited to come. And they're on their way and they still don't have tickets and they get there and they're like, we don't have no way in. The brand stopped contacting us. We were bamboozled.
There was a lot of that too.
It wasn't a real brand.
And brands canceling.
And they're begging brands to please sponsor me to come in. You can catch me on the internet begging.
Guys, buy a ticket.
Shoot me in the head.
And and that takes us really to like what some people have talked about, how the difference really is between this rich-chella and poor-chella, where it's like the influencers and the celebrities and stuff are on this super high, like a lot of things are getting paid for. They have access to everything. They're the ones staying in the mansions. They're the ones doing the house tour music videos at their, $20 million mansion in the desert. And then you have people suffering in their car camping in the field.
Nobu. No, literally Nobu was there.
No, for real it was.
Yeah, Nobu. No, I'd be like, Nobu, we're not doing that.
No.
But Nobu, yeah. I mean,
just the difference of like,
thank you, Nobu, for this, fucking grade A sushi. I'm like, that's not, you're supposed to be barely surviving out here.
Yeah, there's just such a difference.
It's crazy. Because I thought about one thing I did think I saw was cute was the safari area. Did you see that where they have pre-made tents and there's beds in there?
I've seen those.
That is cute.
That's like glamping.
That's glamping. That is cute to me if you're willing to pay that much to go glamp and get a bed and a little air conditioner. I don't know if I went and did the thing with the sleeping in the car.
Yeah, the sleeping in the car was not cute for me.
Because we also have to talk about the winds.
Yes.
On Thursday night, people got there after waiting in line. They set up their tents and they come back and it
was Friday night, I think.
Was it Friday night?
Yeah,
Friday night. I'm sorry, Thursday. And their tents and their canopies are all blown over. But the people who are real festival people knew how to strap them down with their cars.
Yeah, you're also supposed to, use stakes to hold the things down.
Because it was so windy, the stakes didn't hold. But real festival and real campers, not these people who are doing CoacHELLa. The real ones knew you bring straps and you strap your tent to the wheels of your car. Because your car is not blowing away.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is.
We got problems. The Wicked Witch of the West.
But all these people coming back in their cute little
setups are ruined. A lot of people had that happen to them. And like those are the people that are doing the camping in other cars or in the tents. Those are also the people that were waiting apparently like 2 hours to get in a shower. If you know, that's a fault of like Coachella planners.
CoacHELLa.
Like I don't know. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
We gotta chop her in and out. If you're performing, you got your own trailer. When you're performing at CoachELLa, we've got a station.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do the camping. I love camping. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's like I don't mix the two, festivaling and camping, because there's just so much activity. And then when I went in 2014, I went with maybe 8 girlfriends, and I was maybe the only boy. And we stayed in that mansion, and we wheeled in and out of there, and we went to like a desert after party in the middle of the like really in the middle of the desert. Super effing cute. And who was someone? I'm so bad with music. People are like, "Who are you here to see?" And I'm like, "My friends."
Oh my God.
And they go, "Do you want to go? You guys want to go to Do Lab?" And I was like, "Are they any good?" They're like, that's a tent. I was like, okay, I don't know. I don't care. I guess I didn't care about the lineup that year.
Yeah, you were just there to have you were there for the vibes.
But can I say, and it's going to hurt to say, you guys, in 2019, Ariana Grande was a headliner, and I was a little unimpressed with the set. It just felt like very hit my mark over here. Hit my mark. And she's such a talented performer. It felt like she was going through the motions, and the emotion wasn't there.
Got it.
And Bieber showed up.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I think people have posted clips about that as well. Another thing that's come up about Coachella is, and I kind of agree with this, like where are the people that are over the age of 40, millennials?
Sleep maxing.
They're not there when honestly, a lot of these people that are headlining, like let's say Justin Bieber, baby, these 22-year-olds that are going to the festival pretending like they know anything about Justin Bieber, they don't know shit.
No. I think my sister...
We grew up with him.
Caroline's a perfect example. She'll be 30 here in a couple months. That's like, again, that's a millennials artist.
Yeah.
She was 12. She was there right in the perfect
Right in the
believer.
prime. Yeah, she's a prime believer. I just think that it's like, I will talk about this later on, but like, I just don't like when people, especially people that are like the 22, 23-year-olds are trying to make rules up about how like who should go and who shouldn't. It's a music festival. Like, do you know who Paul McCartney is? You know what I mean? Like, do you actually know? No.
Yeah, this whole Gen Z thing versus
like,
millennials.
No one is like, we're not trying to fight you guys. You guys want to beat us. Sorry, but not sorry. But yeah, let's bring in like, I feel like music should be enjoyed by everybody. Those experiences should be enjoyed by everyone. I think that saying that it's inclusive when it's not is
they're trying to do that with the internet.
Yeah.
They're trying to say that, hey, the way you guys hold your phones is cringe. It's like your whole thing that you're trying to do against us is cringe.
Yeah.
Participation trophies are cringe. We received those.
We were children.
We didn't give it.
Okay. Oh God. Well,
up.
you know, one thing that was really cute that we saw that was on the internet about Coachella.
Oh my gosh. The retirement community. People, so to walk to Coachella, whoever parked wherever, people would have to walk past a retirement home, and all of the inhabitants, I'm trying not to say old people, all of the inhabitants of the retirement home,
the people that lived there,
they what we could call them, retirement people.
Retirement people
are outside with signs just like,
you look hot. Enjoy the music.
Like, you won't be young forever. I saw, and I was like, oh my God, I wanted to cry.
Oh, that's cute though. Let them in. Let them in. They should be going.
That's my third guest. The retirement people.
Yes, they need to be allowed in. Well, I think that's cute.
But I love that. Like, I just love, that's the kind of attitude generationally we have to have.
Yeah.
Not, you guys are cringe. You guys are embarrassing. No, to like encourage
everyone to be included. If you're going to be saying that things are inclusive and events are inclusive, you should include everybody and not.
But that was just darling. It was like a little bit of hope in humanity.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we move on?
Yep. From CoachHELLa
to TV and film.
TV and film.
TV and film, guys. So last week we did not talk about the comeback because we were going to the Kings game. So we are going to cover 2 episodes today.
Yes.
What do you think, Bobby?
Okay, so let's talk about last week's episode, The Comeback. This is the Valerie Faces Reality. And I thought it was one of my favorite episodes. I'm going to cry, but I'm not, because it was really all about Mickey and honoring Mickey and her facing the reality of her lost friend. And a lot of the episode revolved around her finding Mickey's ashes. And I knew it. I go, the ashes are going to be with the wigs. Her wigs, because Mickey was her old hairdresser. And she's kind of... You see her building up, and just give Lisa Kudrow the Emmy now, because it was so perfectly played, not overly acted. Yeah. Just very real of this woman
who lost her best friend.
And she's finally facing the reality of it. And there was a line.
I'd keep your ashes with my fur boots.
Yeah, would you? Keep it with a hat. I feel like that's the hat.
With the blueberries in the fridge.
There was a great line that I loved. It was actually the show within the show, because in the show within the show, I guess her brother died or something. But the line about like his heart, he just loved so much. He just loved so much. And his heart couldn't handle how much he loved. And that's what like Mickey was. Mickey just loved so much, and his heart couldn't handle how much love he had for the world. And then they find the ashes in the end, and they let it go off the lot. And in perfect comeback, someone's yelling at them to get down from there. And then that new character's going, "Yay, Mickey!"
Yeah.
It was just a great episode, and it didn't feel like service. It just felt like perfect.
It honored the character Mickey
because he died in
really
2017, and on the show they had him pass from COVID.
Yeah.
But oh god, great episode. Then we got to this one, which you just watched seconds ago.
Yes, literally before we started recording.
Literally. What are your thoughts on this one?
I kind of felt like it was like a little bit slow filler.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything that jumped out at me.
Yeah,
too much.
I see that, because also, I mean, the history of the show, these things build, and anything that is filler kind of.
Yeah, and it's just following her and her new sitcom, and the writers arguing with the AI writer and like things like that. I feel like it was definitely more of a filler storytelling to get to the next big thing.
It kind of though showed her. It is kind of this episode of showing her kind of be a boss bitch though, and actually producing a show and kind of stepping into her own. And I wonder if that's like we're going to leave the show off as like she's no longer an actress and she's a producer, because I could see that that's kind of what they're building at. The writer. What's his name? I don't know the actor, but he is. I just want to punch him on the show. But he's such a good actor. The writer is just like, I'm not doing this tonight.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna get next week.
I am too.
I wonder how many episodes did they say?
There's 8.
There's 8.
So we're halfway through.
Wow, already.
This is so sad. This is a show that, and it does feel like it's going to be the final season. Because what I saw in a great interview, and this is why it makes sense for the show to come back now. So season 1 was like the beginning of reality.
Yeah.
Again, before Real Housewives, before any of that.
Yeah.
And that TV was facing this new era, correct? And then season 2 was about a show on HBO. Also a new era of television where actors are doing these mini-series. You're having a lot of movie stars coming to HBO and doing Pretty Little Lies, but for a comeback it was Seeing Red. And now the show's come back in an era where AI is an issue and where we stand. So
sounds familiar.
Really cool thing that this show is. It's not just coming back.
It's touching on real subjects. It's sticking to the timeline in real time. Like the things that we're dealing with and the way that television and film is changing, they are speaking on it and seeing it from a different perspective and showing it to us.
And it kind of, it's just like ahead of its. Kind of always been ahead of its.
Well.
Ahead of the game.
Yeah. It's got the finger on the
It's got its finger before the pulse.
Before the pulse.
Baby, she's...
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next because it's been very enjoyable so far.
I know. I'm so glad you're watching this one in real time.
I know, and I feel like...
It's really enjoyable in real time, even more. And when you go back and rewatch, it's just so genius.
And I love when I meet people or we talk about it when we're out and people are like, oh my God, you're watching The Comeback too? Like,
see, now that you're a comebacker?
Comebacker?
I don't know. That doesn't sound comebacker?
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. But yeah.
Have you seen that Chris Pratt?
Anyway, we'll come back to the comeback next week.
Have you seen that Chris Pratt joke from Parks and Recreation bloopers?
No.
Where Amy Poehler's going, it's on the show, not on the, okay. She goes, everybody loves a comeback story. Robert Downey Jr. Somebody. And then Chris Pratt goes, Kim Kardashian. And then Amy Poehler goes, oh, no. And then he goes, well, in that video, she got... Look up the video and you can see the end of that joke, y'all. Mm-hmm. So, come back, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yikes. Anyways.
I didn't want to say that because you'd make me edit it out.
I'd be like, stop that. All right, guys. The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out. And this week we saw Anna Wintour and Meryl Streep together on the cover of Vogue. How absolutely iconic.
Anna Wintour has never been on the cover of Vogue. And they did that.
Elevator promo.
Elevator promo was just so good.
I'm very excited for that movie to come out. I feel like, although I will say this, there have been people posting about some of the merch you can buy for it, not what you can get in the movie theater. Some of the stuff that's at like Target or like different places.
Old
and it
Navy
is
or whatever.
bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. I don't know what's
really,
going on.
It's really bad. You know, someone's like, I didn't know you could get 8 fonts under one shirt.
Yeah.
It's really like...
It's giving live, laugh, love.
It's giving crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already thinking off the top of my head, like, if it was the red shoe and the thing with here with the
heel?
The heel. But it's giving
Badly.
live, laugh, love. It's giving Marshalls.
A sign at Marshalls.
A sign at Marshalls.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this house isn't for fishing. It's for ducking. I don't know what people have in their lake houses.
Those weird signs.
It's giving lake house
signs
on a shirt.
Yeah, I don't like it.
For Devil Wears Prada, which is supposed to be like the most fashion-forward chic.
Yes, and iconically beautiful fashion through the whole entire thing. And someone really needs to, like, I don't know, get fired for that. Because that marketing doesn't work for me.
Sorry. I am looking for
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. Well, moving on, guys. This is a first here at the I Don't Like That podcast.
Is it this insert sounds of chemistry bubbles.
This is Science Corner.
You guys, we're in Science Corner here. You guys, we're going to be talking about science.
Guys, Science Corner.
You guys.
Artemis 2 went and did a little lap around the dark side of the moon.
Turns out the Earth is flat. What if?
And the last time that happened was when Bobby Blueberry?
1972 is the last time I think we sent anybody into space.
Yeah, and what was it that women couldn't have in that year?
Women weren't allowed to have credit cards without their husband's permission the last time we went into space.
That's insane.
Absolutely. And then the fact that this crew looks like a complete DEI diversity hire, but they're all like the most capable.
Brilliant people.
And it's just like the people who went back then, if they saw who went now, it's such a vast difference.
Yeah, and I feel like it was the women. There were some astronauts from Canada as well, and Americans, and
very cool.
Very cool. Everyone got back safe. When I watched the video of them coming back through the atmosphere and the chutes coming out, it like triggered some emotions in me, and I think it's just because I think that space travel is so fascinating, but it's also to me absolutely terrifying. Yeah, like it is not for me. Like I'm not gonna like pay the money to go to space. I just don't want to do it.
We're not, and honestly, I don't know if you could pay me to do it.
I mean, if they said that we could be the first podcast ever to podcast from the moon, might be able to be convinced.
Because I think they're looking at trying to put a colony on the moon. Is why these space travels are happening.
I don't like that.
And I'm like, why? We have plenty of room here. Am I wrong?
Well, there's some people I could send to the moon.
They don't have oxygen.
Nah.
You'd be indoors all day.
I don't know.
And how about the fact that they?
But the thing is, we're not going to go.
How about they found a little crater? Did you see this? They found a crater that they didn't know about, and you get to name the crater if you discover it.
Oh, cute.
And they named it
Blueberry?
after. I wish they named it after one of the astronauts. Late wives, who I think was also in the program. Mm-hmm. They named it Karol after his wife.
Aww.
And so it's really darling.
Karol's crater.
Karol's crater. I mean, it's funny because I think Karol is such a funny name. If you ever watched Captain Marvel, the first one.
I don't do
action. It's Brie Larson and she's Captain Marvel.
Superhero stuff.
And let me tell you, there is the pinnacle where she comes at full power and her powers are surging. You know, this is like right before the big battle. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I am Karol. I am in the theater looking around like, what? I'm sorry, did she just say I am Karol? And I have not been the same since. But Karol's Crater.
Karol's Crater. Congratulations,
Karol. That's
Karol,
what we're going to be doing our podcast from and Karol's Crater.
In loving memory of Karol. So let's move on to celebrity news. Couple things, because you know that pop culture never sleeps, so neither do we. Britney Spears has voluntarily entered a rehab facility and is now in a 30-day program, but we will see if she will stay longer or not. She recently has been seeing her sons a lot more, and I think that with the DUI, she came to some sort of realization finally that she needed some help. So great. I am happy to see it. We can't wait for her to heal, get better, and maybe headline CoacHELLa next year, because then we are definitely going. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Sorry, I just had to throw that out there.
Rich-chella.
Rich-chella. We're going to rich-chella.
Oh my God.
We're going to eat brie and go to rich-chella.
Yum. Brie. Do we have any?
No.
No.
Well, and also in other Coachella news, Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi were allegedly seen making out in a Coachella after party.
He's so tall.
And so is she. Can you imagine how hot their kids would be?
Actually, I have a theory about this.
Uh-oh.
That if you want to have a hot kid, either like someone's got to be ugly.
I've heard that before, but I don't think so.
I think that I'm not saying it's one size fits all, but
their children would be like 6'8".
But I don't want to say. Okay, I'll just say I'll say I don't think that maybe Jay-Z is not the most conventionally attractive man, but Beyonce is the most gorgeous woman on earth, and they have gorgeous children.
But also, I've seen plenty of gorgeous couples have gorgeous children.
Okay, yeah,
I think it just matters. It doesn't matter. I mean,
okay, yeah. I think we'll have to. We'll come back to Science Corner on this one.
Well, boots on the ground
this
and
is genetics.
Keep up with what's going on between Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi. But yeah, they are so beautiful together that.
I mean, I don't even care about your kids. Like, you two are beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick, since we're already in genetics in the Science Corner, I'm just going to throw this thing. I just saw something because last weekend was Easter weekend, and we recorded on Easter. But somebody said, and this one's for you, Violetta, that Jesus is a trans man.
Bobby.
We're talking about it. Because women have XX chromosomes, and men have XY chromosomes. And in the lore of Jesus, he does not have an earthly father. He just has mother's DNA. So in order for Jesus to have XY chromosomes, he has to be trans.
You heard it here first. Bobby.
This is genetic science. I
mean,
it's just a theory.
Listen.
We'll figure it out.
Listen.
The scientists
there's many things in the Bible that go, Yeah. All right, back to celebrity news.
Jesus is also a celebrity, so it works.
And, absolutely. He's like one of the most famous people in the history of time.
If not the most.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you go. That one's for you, Jesus. All right. Don't spit out your drink. All right. And now we have the battle of the Alexes. Alex Cooper and Alex Earl are beefing again. I don't think it ever ended. A cryptic TikToks by Earl have now got a response from Cooper about what the fuck is going on.
They should battle at crypto. The crypto arena.
Cryptic crypto.
Cryptic crypto.
Yeah, so if anyone really remembers at all, Alex Earl had a podcast on the Unwell Network, which is Alex Cooper's network and production company. I think it was called Hot Mess. And she basically quit and said she didn't want to do it anymore after they had a falling out. There was never really an explanation as to why she left the Unwell Network. And a lot of people are speculating that this is just kind of like because they both share the same PR person, which I'm like, that's weird.
So maybe it's created by PR?
I don't know. And then there was this speculation that it has something to do with this Carl's Jr. commercial that Cooper lost to Alex Earl at the Super Bowl last year.
I have not had Carl's Jr. in so long.
I don't know. I
don't even know what one is.
But I mean, I honestly think that Alex Cooper doesn't give a fuck because she's doing so well and so successful. Like, why would she care about a stupid commercial? I don't know. I also just heard about this a lot last year, and now it's kind of like coming out again. So Alex Cooper actually for the first time today posted a video saying, what is the problem?
I saw that.
Yeah. What is the problem? What is going on? Let's talk about it.
Let's go to the crypto arena.
Let's go to the crypto.
Also, sorry, real quick. It was just so baffling to me that we're at the crypto arena, LA Kings game, ice hockey, and then basketball. Then Kayla's at the Lakers game. I'm like, how do they do that?
The same way that they do wrestling shows at the crypto. They cover the ice, Balby.
So the ice is always there.
I think so.
You think so, but you don't know so.
I don't know so.
And they just put out the big mats for when you got to wrestle.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, wow, cool. And the Olympics.
Your brain is all over the place today.
It is, but they're reversing the swimming. I think we talked about it, but swimming second because they have to put the pools in or something.
Anyways.
Hi, guys. We had a long day. We had a photo shoot.
Yes,
okay?
We did have a
That's
photo
right,
shoot
there's
today.
a little bit of makeup.
So I would like to know why they are fighting because, I mean, everyone wants to know. If you're going to post it on the internet and talk about it, you might as well. Yeah. But I also think that Alex Cooper really doesn't care because she got her own thing going.
Or you two come sit right here.
Come on the pod.
Or do we put him on the other side
Alex
of us?
versus Alex.
Do we put him on the other side
gotta
of us?
separate 'em.
Or put him in the, we separate him and then the end.
And then what? We're like awkwardly in the middle talking.
And then they kiss. And then everybody's friends again.
All right. Night 1 of Coachella saw Cat's Eye also perform. Do you know what Cat's Eye is? You know Cat's Eye.
Yes.
Gnarly.
Yes. Sorry, I thought the boys were moving furniture upstairs.
The dogs. No. And as we know, Manon from the band actually decided to take a little leave of absence for her physical and mental health as of recently. And everyone was speculating that she would be performing with them, but she did not, as well as them dropping the new single Pinkies Up and the music video for which she was not included. Pinkies Up.
She's not in the video?
No. But,
Oh, no.
yeah, so she didn't perform. She wasn't in the video, but she was at Coachella.
Oh, no.
With her friends all 3 days. Lots of sightings, lots of photos. So, I mean, honestly, girl, take your time.
Take your time.
Everything's going well.
I know we also, Katy Perry at Coachella,
Oof.
watching Justin Bieber set and saying, I'm so glad he has premium. I don't want to watch no ads. That is hilarious.
It's her and
And she was there with Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau and the red solo cups.
Justin Trudeau is a different person.
That's a totally different person.
Yes,
That's a
but those two should
documentarian.
kiss.
Oh my
No, Justin Thoreau is a documentarian. He's in Charlie's Angels too.
Or I'm thinking of another Thoreau.
God damn it.
There's too many Thoreaus.
There's too many Thoreaus.
We're throwing too many names around.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, let's move on to the social media corner.
Okay, so you
I
got to
know
talk about
you
yours
have-
because I have to pull mine up.
All right. So I actually found this really funny thing on Instagram, which I showed to you earlier, Bobby, at fact.files. This is bizarro land. Did you know that in Poland, apparently there's a LARP group? I actually had to ask Bobby what a LARP group is. Live action role play, who role plays as contemporary Americans. And apparently this happens every 4th of July. It takes place in a fictitious town known as Pristine Park, Ohio.
They do it on July 4th.
Yep. Think fireworks, backyard barbecues, trailer parks, and football jerseys. Like everything that is stereotypically American, they basically role play like it's the medieval times in Poland.
And well, you showed me the pictures, and I love that they made up a town in Ohio.
Yeah, and there's even a beauty pageant and like a pie eating contest.
Oh my God, the photos are so, I hate to say it, accurate.
It's designed as a social drama that explores the complexities of the American dream through deeply scripted characters. I think all the epitomes of stereotypes. Like I said, it's very Renaissance fair, but with like hot dogs and Marlboro packs.
You guys, that feels correct.
But yeah, I can't believe this thing. But yeah, they at fact.files on Instagram had a whole little carousel of photos and more information. But I had never heard of that.
I never heard of it, but I'm not
surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I'm never surprised.
Who would you have? Who do you think is going to sponsor that?
I don't know.
I mean, eventually it's going to be as big as Coachella.
It's gonna be Coors Light.
It's going to be Coors Light.
Kim Webster will be the lead judge of the Ms. Coors Light Pristine Park, Ohio beauty pageant.
Oh my God, yes. And she didn't even say anything. She didn't write anything down. We just look at her face.
Yeah.
And wait for approval.
We judge.
Okay, so I just downloaded Instagram on this iPad. I've never seen Instagram on an iPad before. This is wild.
All right, tell us, Bobby, what was your internet fact of the week?
Okay, so I came across this video, and it reminded me of a time in the past life.
Yes.
Have you heard or do you remember Salvia?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so Salvia is this herb that you smoke, and it is 100% legal, or it was. Don't know if it still is. I don't think it should be.
I don't think I've seen that word written on anything in years.
I've heard of sativa, but it's Salvia. You could get it at smoke shops long before
Back in the day.
Ever get weed, where you go and people could buy a pipe there or whatever to smoke weed. But they had this herb on the wall called Salvia.
Yeah.
And what it is, you take a huge hit of it, and you hold it as long as you can, and then you're supposed to hallucinate for 1 to 2 minutes, maybe 5 max, okay?
Sounds horrifying.
I
hate that.
And it was
the
most horrifying 2 minutes of my entire life. I'm going to tell you what my experience was real quick. What happened was I took the hit, blow it out, and then all of a sudden my arms were connected to metal bars and my limbs all disappeared like Roblox, like boop, 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 to where it was just my face right here. It's just my eyes and my nose and my face. And that's what my life is. And all of a sudden, something slides open and I look, and my existence, I am a question on Jeopardy on the board.
You are the question.
I am the
You're
question.
the square.
Or for them, I am the answer, and they ask the question. That's kind of how Jeopardy works.
Who is Bobby Blueberry?
But it was this, and I'm looking at Alex Trebek and the 3 contestants and the audience, and I'm screaming with my eyeballs because I don't have a mouth. And my whole existence hinged on the one of the contestants getting the answer right. And if they didn't get my face answer right, then I no longer existed. And
why do people do this to themselves?
Why? Okay, so this is... Some guy posted about it. Do you remember this? Now, I'm going to read a couple of these responses from Instagram.
Why did this man post about it? Did he just remember it?
Do you guys remember? Yeah, he's just going, do you guys remember Salvia?
Okay.
Here's a couple. I'm going to read you like two or three of these. Okay, here's somebody says, BWH Lind says, took a hit and immediately became a corner of Costco. Not inside it. I was the corner, like structurally responsible for holding up seasonal patio furniture and a pallet of 48 pack of muffins. Time didn't pass normally. I was more like inventory cycles. Every time someone grabbed muffins, I aged like 3 weeks. I remember feeling proud when they restocked me. Like, yes, I am needed.
What the hell? Okay.
Aaron Fish with 2 H's says, I turned into a book on a bookshelf and I couldn't move, but I watched the seasons go by out a window for like 10 years. And during those 10 years, people grabbed books off the shelf and left. And then days later brought them back. And I finally realized I was a book in a library. And over those 10 years, nobody picked my book.
Oh my God! It's like an existential crisis.
The one below goes, it's like paying for a nightmare.
It sounds... Don't do that.
You could get these at gas stations.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm going to read one more.
Okay.
Fitty Uwan says, I lived like 6 months as a hamster in about 30 seconds. I remember the family buying me, being in the car on the way home, the little lad holding me in a cage in a room and shit. All normal hamster life. Then the dad grabbed me out of the cage one day and his hand faded away and it was actually 5 beams on the roof of a conservatory I was in. Then I felt damp and cold and laughed hysterically for a while. Good times. Never again.
Oh my God.
So I thought my experience as living as a Jeopardy question was
it checks
singular,
out.
but now I'm like, I feel seen.
You feel seen. It's a real thing.
So
I hope that this is not available to anyone anymore.
I don't know, and I don't encourage it. It was the biggest nightmare of my life.
And for me, who's a control freak, absolutely freaking not.
You would hate it.
I would hate it.
Because when I did
Absolutely
it, I heard
not.
people just laugh and laugh and laugh. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I did not laugh. And that friend I did it with, him and I like immediately stopped talking to each other. Like we never talked again. Because that was a nightmare of an experience. I hope you're happy.
Children, don't do drugs.
I hope you're happy, Nick Kelly.
Oh my gosh. Well, here's one last one. I know you have something to say about this. Clavicular was on 60 Minutes.
Not for 60 Minutes.
No.
He left early.
So
did you see any of it?
No. I think today I honestly saw one tiny clip.
Yeah,
and he was like really rude to the interviewer and like...
Yeah, and the guy just totally...
I don't know what he expected was going to happen.
He question maxed him. He question maxed Clavicular, whatever. The reporter, who I think they purposely chose like a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Who is
younger too. Like
younger. He's like
super smart interviewer with his research done.
And way hotter than Clavicular, like tan and like beautiful eyes. And this guy goes, so clavicle, it's easier for me to say. Clavicle, you're associated with incels and Andrew Tate and that movement. You know, that's a lot of your followers. And that's when he goes, you know what? I didn't have time to look up who your wife cheated on you with. And the guy goes,
what?
I'm not married. What are you talking about? And he just gets
irritated and agitated.
Maxed. And the guy in Clavicle gets up and walks out. Couldn't handle 60 Minutes because and I was like, this guy was so cute, the interviewer.
Probably pissed him off.
And I'm like, Clavicle looks... I just can't not see this guy on drugs. And I think the way they lit his eyes too. The other guy had sparkle in his eyes, and Clavicle it was just dead in the eyes. So that was a treat.
Huh.
And I think for me,
the internet.
We're going to go into our I like that and I don't like that. That's my I like that of the week. I like clavically getting out.
Smart maxed.
It's like get smart maxed, but also it's probably not hard to smart max.
No, I don't think he's
a turd.
Yeah, I don't think he's the. I hope that whatever this newfound fame is that he has goes away very quickly because I'm sick and tired of seeing his face.
Baby, go do your meth somewhere else. Not on screen.
Hit yourself with a hammer somewhere else. I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know.
How about you put a hammer up and you just run into it?
How about what I like of the week is sleep maxing.
Sleep maxing.
I heard someone talk about this and I said, oh my God, that's the only type of maxing that I love sleep. I want to sleep.
I sleep maxed right before this pod. I took a nap while you caught up on the comeback.
Yep. You and Bowie. You and Bowie did. But that's what I like. And what I don't like of the week?
What's your I don't like that of the week?
Ageism. And this actually recently came up on Twitter. If you follow me on X or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's basically Twitter. Because it's a problem that happens to, everybody, but also more specifically to women, and from my personal experience in wrestling. And I think that it is completely unfair and it's stupid because there are plenty of men that are in their 40s, being, called in their prime, getting to, get paid the most, getting those main event spots, and no one bats an eyelash, no one has a problem with it. But when it's a woman, all of a sudden it's an issue, and we can't go on TV. If our hair is wrong or our lipstick is smeared, we get told to retire and absolutely destroyed. So I think that sucks, and that's my I don't like that of the week.
That happened to me on Saturday night. We were out, and some twink goes, well, blah, blah, blah. He's like 40. And I just go, I'm 40. Twink. So here's my I don't like that of the week. People finding a hidden room in a house they already purchased.
Why is that popping up so much online right now? This house that... we are currently in my house in West Hollywood. This house is over 100 years old. If I found a secret room in this house, we're out.
We're booking out.
We're getting out.
Anything you can grab your hand from that room to the door is what you
we're not making a new pod lab.
No. These videos of we found a hidden room in our house.
Under the stairs, and there's 3 doors that go down, and there's more stairs under the house, and we already have a basement in California. That's already creepy.
What we would have done if that happened, if we found a room in your basement, instead of trying to get pliers to open that wood up, we go get concrete. We go to Home Depot and we come back and we fill the entire basement. We cement max the entire fucking entrance to that thing because I don't know what's down there.
And I don't want to know.
So I don't like that, finding hidden rooms in the house you just bought.
Yeah, don't like it.
Nope.
Not cute. Well, guys, that takes us to the end of our episode. And remember, we are going to be in Vegas this week. On Friday and Saturday at WrestleCon, please come and see us. And on Friday night, we will be at DivaMania.
DivaMania.
At Gypsy Nightclub starting at 9:30 p.m. after the season finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. So come join us. Come have a cocktail. Come have a laugh.
We got some merch if you want to get some merch from us.
We'll have plenty of incredible divas, pro wrestlers, drag queens, and glamour. So you don't want to miss it. And you don't want to miss the opportunity to see us both together at the same time.
It's going to be a night that's going to be unforgettable, but hard to remember. Because we're going to have that much fun.
So much fun. I'm actually scared.
I can't wait.
All right, that's it, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week. This has been the I Don't Like That podcast.
Bye.
You can listen to new episodes and old episodes of the I Don't Like That podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio.